Good day, God bless you. Welcome back to the channel, guys. I am your host, Zach, and this is Tip2Tip. Guys, my day has just flown by. It's already like going on 9:30 at night, and I've rode my bike a little bit today, but just like 5-10 minutes here and there, trying to just get this little burn in around mealtime. A little bit, 5 minutes before the meal and 5-10 minutes after the meal, and drinking water. And just trying to build that habit. But today was not a great day. You look at, oh, I don't have time to work out. What do you do though when you really start keeping track of all your activities? You know what your goals are, but then you don't do the things that lead to those goals. So today was like I ate fairly well, and I did work out a little bit on the bike, but I haven't done my Tai Chi, my stretching, my push-ups, my planks, I did read the Bible a little, but now it's all of a sudden the clock just whipped around on me. Actually, one of the things that made the day go by a little quicker was I messed around and played too many video games for one, but I only ate 2 meals, so it was like a late breakfast and an early dinner, which is kind of the easiest way to eat the 2 meals to me, because I'm not hungry when I first wake up, and it's easy to push that first meal out, and then especially if you can push it out all the way to 9 or 10, well then you're no kind of hungry by noon. And then if you eat your dinner somewhere, even 5 o'clock, it's pretty early. Even 4 o'clock you could do it. Once you train yourself not to eat at night, it's not too bad. It's like when you quit drinking, it's very difficult until it's life altering, and then you just do it because you're gonna die if you don't. You have to look at it like that. As far as what are you willing to do? How badly do you want these goals? Is how willing you'll be to take those actions. So I walked. The baby was fussing, and we just threw him in the car seat, and I walked downstairs with him, carried him downstairs in the car seat, and popped the door in my car, and got the stroller out, which it attaches to the stroller, and just walked around maybe 8 or 10 blocks. Nothing big. It was snowy out. It wasn't too cold. It wasn't windy. So I got a little bit of steps in, and then, like I said, a couple times of 5-10 minutes on the bike, and now I'm going to get the rest of my miles in now. I reset it every day. Like, just reset it the first time I jump on it in the morning, afternoon, whenever's the first time I jump on it. I mean, the first time I jumped on it, I only rode like a mile. And then another time was like 2 or 3 miles, another time was 2 or 3 miles. So let's just say there's like 5 miles on it, and just let it add up. Try to hit 15-20 miles a day. Oh, thank you. I see the comment there. Man, I am so still looking at becoming a better YouTuber. I'm just really not that good at it yet. Hi. So happy you guys are checking in. The channel's about losing weight. So diet, fitness, exercise, habit building, getting into a good routine. A little bit of finance, because I think that can really add to your joy, as far as like, get it out of your life. Really don't think about money, handle it easily. And I know eating, it can be that way. Like I said, if you got a halfway decent job at a manufacturing plant at the age of 18, you could easily be a multi-millionaire early, and retire 10, 15, 20 years early, or even sooner. Good man, I'm happy. Yeah. Commenters just saying, hey, good for you, happy you're doing it. And so the channel it's shifted up a little bit because of the stroke, but not really. It hasn't shifted, it's just changed its focus in intensity, and it's kind of like my actions are a little more under the microscope now. Like, the couple times I thought about eating when I wasn't hungry today, I'm realizing more and more over the last 2 months since the stroke that I eat out of boredom. And I heard it before, and I believed it, and I knew it was true, But when I really pay attention to my hunger, and there's all these hormones that control your hunger and your satiety. So like, you eat a high protein meal compared to a high carbohydrate meal. It's like processed carbohydrate meal. You'll notice like you don't feel as full. I mean, I tell people, how many apples can you eat? Like just get like a medium Honeycrisp apple and try to eat 2 of them or 3 of them. You just can't. You don't even want more than 1. But then get a box of Girl Scout cookies or a bag of Doritos or what a snack. You can eat them almost unendingly. And my commenters are so awesome. Just giving off extremely uncircumcised vibes. Hey, sometimes you gotta get that tip-to-tip action in your day. But I was saying how you can eat so much junk food without feeling full because you don't receive... I mean, they purposely create them that way. They're not trying to create something that you eat 10 chips and you don't want any more. They're creating them that so as soon as you have one, you want them unendingly. The guy's like, huh? You got to read the comments. You know, it's so irritating on live streams, which I just love to go live on when I'm doing on the bike because I just like to chat with people, and it's just, you can't really, you can't record a video, you don't see anybody. So you go live, and it just sidetracks you completely. And the other day I was going to go 15 miles, and I ended up going like 22 miles, just not even paying attention. Treat yourself and turn on that ceiling fan. No. I turn it off on purpose. This is my bedroom right here, so I do turn it on when I go to bed, have a little cool air. I'm in Minnesota, so it's winter and it's pretty chilly out. Open the window a little bit, sleep awesome. So the last couple video guys, people was giving me plenty of thumbs up, so I thank you so much. A couple people, maybe 2-3 people were giving me some like gems and stickers. I'm still learning about what these things are, but I very much appreciate it. I thank you guys so much. Back in the day, I'm an old man, I'm 53 years old, but when I was like a young kid, we had things called like March of Dimes, where you'd go around and get people that donate a dime for every mile you walk, or something like that. And so people would, donate like 10 cents and sign up for how many miles you're going to walk, and then, you'd get a little pledge, and then you'd go on your hike, and it was like an organized walk. And then you'd go around and collect your 50 cents from everybody or whatever. That's kind of like one of the reasons I started this channel, is to just help motivate me, help inspire me. Like I said, I got I should just ride with it right here, have my 100,000 subscriber plaque, because it just really helps know that people are interested and at least having fun. Like, I'm not trying to make it so serious. You ever... no, I never been to Blue Earth. Oh, County. Yeah, is that like... Yeah, that's a little south of where I am. His name was... I'm not sure what that... Oh, the dog. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, if that's true. I don't have a dog right now, but I had him as a child, and I've really never wanted him since. And I'm very an emotional person, and I know most people with animals are. Cats, dogs. I mean, I remember just one of our cats died when me and my brother were just little kids. We were probably like 8 and 10 years old or something like that. He was a couple years younger than me. He passed away a long time, 10 years ago. But yeah, I mean, we were just bawling. I remember going outside and riding my bike to the park, just crying the whole way. I got 1,000 Catholic cousins there. In Blue Earth. Yeah. Minnesota's pretty huge. A lot of Catholic churches everywhere. I could walk out the door right now and like literally see the church tower from my house. Yeah, I want to hear a riddle. There's been so many funny ones on my channel. It's awesome to watch and just be live while you're working out. So guys, there's cutting to a side story though. It's something because I use the YouTube channel kind of as a journal, like a self journal. Yeah, getting that workout in. Oh, thank you for the hearts. Whoever's giving me them hearts, pump them up. Hit them hearts. Give me that thumbs up, guys. Please hit that thumbs up button. Don't be afraid to give that super chat or that sticker or that gem or that super thank you. But something I'm wanting to do, because I weigh myself almost every day. Sometimes not, but maybe 2 out of 3 days or something like that. 3 out of 5 days. Just because I want to, I know I'm doing the right thing as close as I can, but sometimes what'll happen, like when I weighed 315 pounds, if I was doing then what I'm doing now, I'd be losing weight like crazy, because that was 75 pounds ago. But at some point, you plateau out, no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're eating. I mean, think about the most fit people in the world. They work out all day, every day, and they weigh the same. You know what I mean? So you level off somewhere, but it tells you that scale will help identify, like, okay, I need to eat a little less. I need to work out a little more. And I used to not agree with working out more, but now, the more I contemplate the health benefits, not just the weight loss benefits, because I always say, well, you can starve yourself and weigh 100 pounds, no problem. You can't eat like a pig and work out hard enough to weigh 100 pounds. It's just not possible. That food will just take you over. So, like, your diet is way more important than exercise. But I used to say 90-10, like 90% diet, 10% working out. But now, especially if you don't work out at all, like my job, even though I've been out of work for a couple months from the stroke, when I do work, I walk a lot. I put nowhere near 10,000 steps in. It's more like 15 or 17,000 steps a day. Where's the thumbs up button? There's a thumbs up button on there somewhere. Or of course I don't have one because I'm the one going live. But also, if you scroll on that thumb to the right, there should be I think like the stickers, the super chat, the gems. Is there the hype button? There's a new way to hype videos. I can't remember if you can hype live ones. Maybe not. I think maybe you can hype like recorded videos or shorts or long form videos. I'm not sure. I have lost 210 pounds. Don't worry. I found it. Now I'm trying to lose it too. I just need to put it somewhere, because I keep putting it down where, like, just on my nightstand or on my dresser, and I wake up every morning and it's right there. I gotta put it somewhere where I won't remember where it is. Maybe, like, go down to the river, dump it in the river, go to bed, and then wait, and then just, you can't find it. You do not remember where that is. So, like, if you go on my weight loss journey back, 10 years, 15 years, when 10 years ago I got diabetes, so I was like, I really got to start losing weight. That year, 2016, January 23rd, January 1st of that year, I got out of the shower one Saturday, and I hadn't weighed myself in a long time. I just didn't care, and I dug out a scale, and I found one, and it was a digital one, and I put batteries in it, because I hadn't used it in so long, the batteries were dead. All I was doing was drinking and eating pizza. And so I was butt naked out of the shower, and I knew I had gotten bigger, but I've always been a stockier dude, like lifting weights and can bench and deadlift a lot of weight. And I jumped on that thing, clean out of the shower, no clothes, 315.0. It was just unbelievable. January 1st, 2016. And so I started to immediately try to lose weight, because I knew diabetes was knocking on the door. My brother had just died in October before that. So like 3 months before that, or not even, 2.5 months before that, my younger brother passed away. And that's what really kind of skyrocketed my weight too. But by January 23rd, of course I already had diabetes on January 1st, I just didn't know it yet. January 22nd, I finally went to the doctor, and January 23rd, I think it was a woman, she called me, and, I think I know your symptoms, you have type 2 diabetes, gave me a bunch of information, but long story short, I had already lost 20 pounds. I had went from 315 to 295 in 3 weeks, just, still drinking, but like cutting out some food and, trying to exercise a little more and just do anything. And I lost 20 pounds, like, without even trying, and I still had diabetes. But when I found out I had it, then it was like, it is on. And I fasted for 10 days, got my blood sugar to go from 315 to 70 in 10 days without eating, which is tough. So I don't really recommend it unless yeah, I'm riding a BMX outside. I just have this. This is kind of like one of those backdrops on the channel because I don't want to see all. It's dark outside and you can't really see, but so I put this backdrop where it looks like there's light and stuff. That way you can see me a lot better, and I don't jiggle around as much because it's flying. I'm flying. I'm going like 25 miles an hour right now. So I got my blood sugar down, and I didn't really weigh myself, but I started going for walks every day. I didn't even go to the gym at all. I just cut out all carbs. And I remember I had a girlfriend at the time, and we went out and did stuff occasionally. Like on the weekends, we'd go out for hikes and go out to eat, and I just lived my life normal. Like, you can do it. Just let's say I'd go to a steakhouse for dinner. I would just order the meat and the vegetables, And of course, I didn't go to fast food restaurants. There's nothing good there. Even the salads at some of these places, they're so coated with chemicals and wax. They're selling one a day. Like, come on, these are not good fresh salads. But you can live your life. You can go out to a Mexican restaurant. I would get like steak fajitas. I would get like the combo fajitas, like shrimp, chicken, steak, peppers, onions, mushrooms, even the cheese, and just don't eat the tortilla. I would even, a couple times, sneak in my own low carb tortillas, but not really, not very often. I would usually just eat the meat, and it's delicious. I mean, it's awesome. Just skip that super high carb tortilla and you got a healthy meal. At least good enough to get started. And so I'm trying to get back to that severity, that like level of importance in my life. Like, this has got to be done. Guys, give me that thumbs up, hit that gem, like, share, subscribe, hit that notification bell. Tip2Tip is here for you. Like, I want to tell you, don't wait to have a stroke. And I know you're not going to listen to me because I know I wouldn't have listened to anybody. And I know that's true because I didn't. Because I know 100 people that have had heart attacks and strokes and didn't eat right. And I've mocked them and give up, old man. The commenter said, give up, old man, drink your Ensure and go to sleep. I've never had Ensure, but I've been tempted. I think Ensure is, like, I don't feel old at all. I mean, of course, having a stroke makes me feel a little older, but it's like, nah, you got to turn that shit around. You're still a young buck. I got a 5-month-old baby out there, and I'm just like, that's it. I got to get up and go on a bike. I shut the doors, like, leave me alone for a little bit. I think that Ensure, though, it's pretty sugary. I should almost look at the container. Hey, tweet it out. What? I don't know what movie you're talking about. So the commenter's asking, how is my health now? And, like, if I tell people I just had a stroke 2 months ago, that's terrible health, right? But, one, I was in the hospital for 4 days and they never found a reason why I had one. Which to them is bad because they want to treat it and do surgery and give you chemicals and give you drugs and make money. But to me, it's like, okay, I don't have a bad valve or a bad pump in my heart. I don't have a clogged artery anywhere in my body. There's nothing wrong with me. I'm healthy. I work out. I feel great. Okay, I couldn't walk for a week, not even at all. And then for a week after that, I could walk with a walker because I did have a stroke and they did do the MRI in my brain. So there's just a couple speckles of white in this MRI, and it's on the right side of my brain, which controls the left side of your body. But anyway, having the stroke, I didn't do any of the things people do. They kept testing me. I had some reactions in my eyes, but like my mouth, my hands, I can close my eyes and touch my nose. I'm about 100% walking. Like I'm not off balance unless I really I'm more off balance than I was before, but barely, just almost unnoticeably. And especially because I'm aware of it, like I'm not going to do a pirouette and try to run up the stairs, you know. Um, I if trees could talk, well. Why does this thing constantly ask me to make a Q&A sticker? I don't even know how to do it. Um, so, back on topic, guys. I'm just trying very... I don't want to like say, oh, I'm trying, because people say they're trying means they're not doing. I am dedicating to doing the actions that I need to do to achieve my goals. And those goals are, as much as they're related to losing weight, because they are, because I need to weigh 170 pounds, it's not so much that I care what I look like, because I don't mind what I look like at all. It's the health. It's just the health. You know, like if I see a 250-pound woman, she might be beautiful. She might be a supermodel-looking woman, or especially like a 200-pound woman. There is literally supermodels that are in the very overweight category, and you don't even realize it because they're beautiful and they carry it well and they're fit and they work out. But that's besides the point of to not care what you look like. Like, you want to be thin because of your health. That's it. I want to wear... In high school, I wear 32 jeans. Now I wear like 38. Or even 40 is more comfortable. And I want to get that back down to the 32 or even 30. So things like that as far as like being healthy. But not just that you're healthy or not just that you're skinny. Because you feel amazing. The last 4 or 5 years ago when I was running the half marathons and I got down about 20 pounds less than I am now. So it's not even that much more. I felt infinitely better. Like when you go from 315 pounds to 295 pounds, you don't feel any better. Like, and it's very easy because you have so much just blubber on you that any amount of effort and you lose it. I was thinking about it today. If I put a 75-pound weight vest on, I would be bogged down with weight. But when I weighed that much, because it creeps up on you so slow and you're listening, you know, you're carrying it every day. What's up, brother from another mother? Oh, just working out, living life, making live YouTube videos, trying to encourage the world to give me that thumbs up, hit that notification bell, share the video, share the live, get the crowd on board with Tip2Tip. But I'm talking about, you know, that skinny feeling. It's not that you're just all obsessed that you're skinny, and you know, it's how great you feel. So I'm 240 pounds right now, maybe even a few pounds over that, depending on what time of day I weigh myself. But when I was 220, I ran my half marathon almost 15 minutes faster than the time before, which was 2 years before that. This is a few years back now. And you know, driving down the street, I'd have my right hand on the steering wheel and my left hand on my stomach, and just because it was gone. Always keep moving. You know. Oh, for sure. The commenter, and I want to say something too. Getting that heart rate up and staying moving. Nice. Yeah. I have an 80-year-old aunt. She just turned 80. I missed her birthday party a couple months ago, and I'm still pissed about it. But for some obvious reasons, I was not doing well at the time. But she says it like, she'll drive an hour to go visit somebody, and she'll visit them for 5 minutes and leave, and because she just has that attitude that you have to keep going. You know, I didn't even ask her about it, and she just was talking to me one day about how she stays. She says, I just get up every day and tell myself to keep moving. You know, because you see it, especially like I work in a manufacturing plant, you know, and I'm 53 and I've worked at 3 different ones my whole life. So I've seen it over and over and over, you know, because there's always old people retiring, that they just retire and drop dead, you know, right away, if they even make it to retirement. Keep pushing mind over matter. Yes, if you have no mind, it doesn't matter. No, seriously though, that positive mindset, like when something is difficult, I pray, I focus, I give thanks for the good things. You know, there's obstacles in life, but there's always a way around, over, through, depending on the situation, what you want to do, you know. Just keep plowing forward. When you stop moving and doing things, you lose the ability to... Yeah, the comment is talking about when you retire and you stop living life. You don't have a reason to get up. And that's why I talk about if people have no life, to just don't even retire then. It's never too late to be healthy and chase your dreams. Totally agree. I would say that to 100-year-old. That if they want to start training for a marathon, that they should. Because it is just never too late. I mean, Google it. There's people in their 70s run 150-mile races. It's ridiculous. You think you're so different than all these successful people. You know, that's why you're not them. And that's why you can't be successful in anything. You know, relationships, fitness, money, finance. But you're not. We're all the same. We all have this ability. Yeah, you can be 70, and as long as you have breath in your lungs, it reminds me of an older couple. They're not even, I'm not sure how old they are because they would never say their age, but I worked out all the time. This is back like 15 years ago. I lived in a different town, and I went to this community center, and this older couple would come in. And when I say older, I mean, 25, 30 years older than me. So however old they were. I don't know if they were 75 or 85, but they were up there. Let's just say it, somewhere in the 70s. Between 70 and 80. And the dude would just crush it on the elliptical. Like he would be trying to beat his personal record all the time. And the woman would be hustling on the treadmill. And they got on the same ones every day. And sometimes I would go to, and I saw them there all the time. And they would go for a long time. They're not no 10 minutes. They'd be going for an hour. And I would go multiple times a day sometimes when I was really working out a lot, where I would do like, especially biking, because I used to bike for like hours at a time, and then lift weights at a different time, and they would be there both times I went also doing the same thing. It's cliche, but where there's a will, there's a way, and definitely no limit besides the limit you put on yourself, and it's so true. You know, like the cliche, spread your wings and fly. You know, if you believe you can fly, you can, and I haven't really told this to anybody, but I actually believe that's true. It's part of my Christian faith, as far as like when Jesus told Peter to walk on the water on the Sea of Galilee, and he stepped out, and at first he walked for a few steps, but then he started sinking, and Jesus was like, "You have little faith." He's like, "I'm not the one making you walk on water. You are. Your faith is making you walk on water." And when you started doubting yourself, you started sinking. And then he grabbed his hand and saved him. They got back on the boat, blah, blah, blah. There's other stories to that too, where he calmed the storm and everything, but I know when I was a child, and I've heard a lot of people talk about it their whole life, is like what the things you dream about. And one of the things, I don't do it anymore now that I'm older, but when I was a child, I dreamed about flying, or kind of like I was running, but I was off the ground, and I would like run through the air, and it was like I could flap my legs fast enough to run. The commenter says anything is possible with faith and belief, and yes, you know, it's the same thing. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the belief in things unseen. You know, if you have faith the size of a mustard seed, you'll say unto this mountain, be thou cast into the sea, and it shall be so. And so there's nothing stopping you, especially not the things you think are stopping you. Like, you know, all the things you're depressed about from the past, and all the things you're anxious about for the future. Those things are just not even a reality in your life, because it's always now. And so if you will live, I have another YouTube channel too. It's like an outdoors survival bug out bag kind of stuff. And it's funny we're talking about this subject, because I talked about it in that channel earlier. I was making a video and talking about like the attitude it takes to stay alive in a survival situation. You know, like if you ever seen the movie, is it called Alive? Where that I think Argentinian soccer team, their plane crashed in the mountains, and it was just freezing cold, snow, ice-capped mountains. And they survived. A bunch of them lived for a long time, like months. You know, of course, you know, struggling, eating dead bodies and doing what they had to do, drinking, you know, melting snow to eat drink, and staying in the plane fuselage. There's a little piece that was alive still. And somehow they got out of there, and it's just... Bro, I have a recurring dream throughout life where I keep jumping Yeah, the comment is talking about the same kind of dreams where you can like jump and then jump off the air. It, it, I don't know if it's something related to our human existence or if it's something related to us being created by God. I believe that we were already alive before we were born, that our soul was in heaven with God, and then we were born through the womb to enter this life ignorant of our past and not knowing Jesus and Satan, and having the opportunity to learn those things and choose Jesus in this life. It's a little more complicated than that, but that's just kind of the simplest breakdown of what I believe of why we're here. It's pretty simple. I mean, some people believe, oh, it's so meaningless to be here, and so my view is opposite. You know, like we're here. This is the only. Being here is the whole existence of our possible future. But it's still pretty boring. Like you just don't sin and or don't do bad sin. Do the best you can. And talking about sin as it relates to the channel of being morbidly obese, like that's just not good. Repent, and repentant doesn't mean I'm sorry. I'll do it again tomorrow and I'll say I'm sorry again. That's not repenting. That doesn't even count. Repentance is, forgive me of my sins and help me to never do them again. I mean, Jesus even forgave the prostitute when they wanted to stone her. There's a dozen guys around or whatever, and they're ready to stone her because they found out she's a prostitute. And he walks up, and there's a little conversation, and long story short, he writes in the sand, and I think he was writing, it doesn't say what he wrote in the sand, but I think he was writing their sins. And then they kind of, one by one, kind of kept walking away until she was the only one left there. And so he's like, get up off the ground, and he told her, you are forgiven, go and sin no more. Not you are forgiven, come ask for forgiveness next time you do it. I believe when you truly live with God, all things are possible. Miracles aren't just for correct to do, but God gave ability to do these things. Yes, that's kind of what I'm getting at. Like, Jesus would, like, let's say he cured the blindness of that. He made the blind able to see, and he told him, go get some mud and mix it with this and put it on your eyes. And he came back and he could see, and then he said, go and don't tell anybody. And of course he went and told everybody that Jesus healed him. But was it Jesus that healed him, or was it his faith that he knew if I mix this mud, I'm going to be able to see? So Jesus actually didn't even touch him. Jesus told him what to do, but he's telling you what to do too. We have the Word of God. In the beginning was the Word, and the Word was with God, and the Word was God. Book of John. We have it. It's right there. It's 8 feet from me. It's my life. And so, the question of like, how is your health now? How is your life now? It's good. It's good. You don't lose weight and then get healthy. You get healthy and then you lose weight. And so you cannot do it the other way around. You can't like say to yourself, amen, amen. You can't say to yourself like, well, I'll be better someday once things change or once I lose weight. It's like, no, you're not going to lose weight until you are better. You got to get better first. I say the same thing I could talk about relationships, but at my age, it's more like divorces and new relationships. And I would say anybody over the age of, well, depending on how long you're married. Let's just say you're married for 10 years, because I was only married for 10 years. I've been divorced longer than I was married the first time. Now I've been married for a little over a year, but if you've been married for 10 years, you should, well, for one, just accept it. It's happening. It's true. Pay your child support. Just live life. It's not that big a deal. You can live on 10% of your income. I've done it for a long time. They're like, oh, they only take 35% of your income. Well, taxes are 60, so. Oh, did you hear me say that one the other day? The best time to plant a tree was 10 years ago. The next best time is today. And I say that all the time. I just said it the other day on a video. Guys, please give me that thumbs up. Hit that notification bell. Like, share, subscribe. Tell all your friends. Hit that Is that hype button there? Somebody tell me if that hype button's there. I keep forgetting to check. You can hype a video. No, I don't think you can hype a live. Give me that super chat. I will be so appreciative. We will. I've already made like $2.85 on this channel, and it's only been 3 years. The stickers, the gems, will all be super, super appreciative. If we always wait for the best moment, then we will procrastinate best time to start. Yeah, that's why I disagree so much with like New Year's resolution. Like I never make a New Year's because you don't even want to make one. You don't like, well, I'm always motivated, I'm gonna make one. I don't want it to subconsciously get in my mind that you refocus your energies once a year. Loving Dean, the God Machine. I didn't even read your name until now. You're making all these comments. Yeah, I used to. It's funny because some of the things you've quoted and said, like I've even had stickers or posters of those on my wall. The journey of 1,000 miles begins with a single step, and I agree with that statement, even to the point. I almost don't agree with it because I don't even want to realize that I have 1,000 steps to go. I just want to take a single step, and eventually, it's kind of like when I said when I go live and I want to ride 15 miles. Like I don't have it, I can't see the miles right now. I'm just riding. You know, I can see my video's been on for 36 minutes going live, but I'm not worried about how far. I'm just going. I'm just pumping. And I have it. Sometimes I have it more difficult, but now, I guess I have it cranked down a few turns, but I got it still pretty easy. Just yeah, the commenter's asking, what do you mean Tip2Tip? That is the name of this YouTube channel, Tip, the number 2, and Tip. So you may have saw that. That's meaning like your health, your wealth, your fitness, your diet. What kind of tips can we get? And it kind of goes along with that habit stacking of from one tip to the next. So let's say you got a tip here and you got a tip here, and then you want to join those tips so that they compound each other's effectiveness. Baby steps are still often thinking as they're just small things builds up. You know, the comment is talking about baby steps, and in the past I never believed it. I never agreed with it. I'm like, you know, if you can eat less calories and work out more and fast and be as extreme as you possibly can be and you could lose 5 pounds a week consistently. You know, you could be down, 100 pounds in a year, no problem. You could be down 200 pounds in a year. It's been done. I mean, David Goggins, he lost mad weight in like 3 months, like 98 pounds. And he was consistent and stayed with it. That some people can do that. But you know what everybody can do is take a baby step. You can eat 100 less calories today. You can drink 2-3 more cups of water than you normally would. You can get on that bike and ride an extra 5-10 miles. If you can only do 1 push-up, then... he's talking about push-ups where, well, for one, like I said, I'm a stockier dude. I've bench pressed up to 420 pounds like 20 years ago. I was in the military, so of course I did hundreds of push-ups a day. But a few years back now, not that long, within the last 10 years, I had a supervisor at work, and he was like an Air Force officer, and I was like an Army sergeant in the 82nd Airborne Division. He wanted to do 5,000 push-ups in 1 month, and I hadn't been doing push-ups at all. Like I could barely knock out like a full set of 20. Like it was just, I don't even think I could do 20. But within a week, I could easily do 20, multiple, like 5, 6, 7 times a day. And by the end of the month, I was doing sets of 50 over and over and over and over. And he had hurt his shoulder at about 3,000 push-ups or something. So he didn't finish to the 5,000. And I blew out my elbow, I think my left arm elbow, this is years ago now, at about 4,700 push-ups. And I still had like 4 or 5 days to go. Like I would have got it, no problem. If you can only do 1, oh yeah, same comment. That's why I talk about, I would say if you cannot even possibly do 10 push-ups correctly, then don't do 1. Do 10 like up against a bench where your body's up like this. so that you're still doing the full range of motion for more reps. But like I said, either way, when I weighed 315 pounds, my legs didn't feel any different. I could still walk around just as normal, because you gain 1 pound a day. You know, you gain a quarter pound a day for 2 years, and your muscles strengthen up with it. Well, that's the bad app tip. The good thing about being fat, because what I just said is true, that if you're a 400-pound dude, which I know several guys like that, they're just humongous. They have the shoulder and back span, you know, like of a elite bodybuilder. It's just covered in fat. Their legs got to be just as jacked can be, carrying that weight. Like, especially my job where you're walking around a lot. It's an advantage. You gotta look at the good part of it and be like, hey, I am just filled with muscle under here. And those kind of people, to be able to stay 400 pounds, you have to be consuming a lot of calories, and, you know, not exercising, because otherwise you just wouldn't be. Practice is progress, no matter how. If it's consistent, you will progress. Yeah. The only thing about practice, any kind of practice, let's say I was a Golden Gloves boxer when I was a kid, and I didn't even work out at a Golden Gloves gym, though. I worked out at like a mixed martial arts gym. It was before anybody called it mixed martial arts, though. But we had a wrestling coach in there, a boxing coach, and a Muay Thai coach. And then it was just tons of working out, too. Like, I would jump rope and do sit-ups and push-ups just like crazy. And then spar in the ring with guys. And then wrestle with the other guy. And then Muay Thai kickbox with the Muay Thai bag, with the coach telling me what to do, this combo, this kick. But there was another guy, and I was very disciplined. I was like 17 years old when I started. I only did it for a couple of years till I was like 19. I was going to turn pro boxer, but then I got a night shift job. But back to the story is, there was another guy there. He was a super cool dude, Asian dude. He was maybe a little more heavy set than me, but he was in good shape, and he could throw his hands pretty good, and we sparred, and we had good fun. But he'd be working out in the bag. He'd be working out on the bag, and he would just be throwing kicks. I didn't say anything, but it would be just terrible. 6'7". See that? I see that. He would be throwing these kicks just with terrible form. And, you know, like, you're never going to get good at throwing a good kick with that terrible kick form. And the coach came up to him and, hey, you know, get your balance right, rotate your hips like this, hit the bag like this. He's like, oh, no, don't worry about it, I'm just warming up. Well, then he would never do it right, and he would just practice for all this time, and he was mostly bullshitting with me, because I'd be hitting the bag now, the one bag over. And he would just be doing these flying tornado kicks that are never going to do anything. And so it's like, perfect practice makes perfect. And so, but you don't have to be perfect in this endeavor. You just have to, what makes it perfect is that consistency. Like, I'm not just getting on the bike and doing one rotation. I'm just staying consistent. And then, okay, so when I'm doing it, it's motivating. Like, there is nothing I want to do right now besides work out. But when you're not working out, it's like that body at rest wants to remain at rest. That body in motion wants to remain in motion. And it's like, you have to just force yourself up. Like, I almost wanted to go get a snack. When I feel my brain, because in the past I would let it happen. I would let it go from just that little thought to that just overwhelming desire in my mind to make something to eat, or, you know, whatever it was. Well, I was in the living room, and like I said, I only ate a late breakfast and an early dinner. So I was like, well, I can have a shake, because we have these like fruit smoothies in the freezer where they're in their own little bag, and they got like strawberries and bananas, and we have another one that has all kinds of berries, and then we buy the little containers of coconut water, and I just dump one of those bags in the little Ninja blender, just that small bullet blender, and then throw in the coconut water, and it's an amazing smoothie. But I caught myself. I was like, you're thinking about eating when you haven't even ridden your miles yet. Like, get your mind straight. And now I'm in here, and now if somebody walked in with that smoothie and a $100 bill and said, drink this and I'll give you $100, I wouldn't do it, because I'm not a sellout. I'm not trying to. Let me see. Ever heard of the Wu Yi? The comments was talking about Wu Yi, effortless action. It's kind of funny, because I took jiu-jitsu for like 20 years, and that kind of means the gentle way. And I do practice Tai Chi, but I'm not like all religious about it or nothing. I just do it for the stretching and the strength. Oh, cheers from Oregon, brother. Thank you so much. Keep credit. I'm so happy you checked in for 2 videos in a row. I was looking on my statistics the other day, and you are my #1 commenter You have made the most comments on my channel in 3 years. So someday when I hit it big, I'm going to be emailing you. We're getting that address. I had your address before. I think I sent you a t-shirt. My wife still wears that t-shirt around, the healthy, wealthy, the happy, healthy, wealthy, but now I have different, now I changed the name. I was just Googling the other day to find a good deal on some printed t-shirts, but I didn't pull the trigger on that, but I should probably get some more. Do some giveaways, especially on these live videos. You guys hook me up so much. Especially anybody, if somebody give me a super chat, that's it, they get a t-shirt. Yeah, I don't even make money. It'll be a net like 500% loss. Don't forget, guys, to hit that thumbs up. Don't be afraid to give me the super chat. Give me them gems, the stickers, and more than anything, that sub and that like and that share the video to your social media feed and be like, hey, this is my homeboy. He's working hard. He's going to get down to 170 pounds when he weighed 315 pounds. And he's going to show that, hey, no matter how long it takes, even if it takes you 10 years, you can get there. You can struggle. You know, a lot of people, especially in the financial world, but in sports and fitness as well, they talk about like where the victory is. It's always right past the most difficult time. Like having a successful shop or making it in the NFL. It's like you had to push yourself past the most difficult thing, and then all of a sudden it happens for you. Let's see if I got any battery left here. Oh yeah, we're still cruising. So guys, what else you want to talk about? I know I was, you know, in the beginning of the video, and I kind of cut myself off, got sidetracked. Is you know, I use this channel a lot as like just it's kind of just my video journal. It's, you know, that's a vlog, the video log, the journal, and sometimes I even go back and watch them. I'm not all the time, especially not the live ones, but sometimes if I make a video and it's kind of trying to give instructions about what I believe is the best thing to do and, you know, how to help yourself in any given situation, I'll go back and listen to it and I'll be like, oh my God, I said that and I totally forget about it and I'm not even doing it and I know it's good. Have a great week. Send friendly hello to the boss lady. Yeah, and the boss man now, don't forget. The little boss man, we even call him that. Thank you so much for checking us out. The 5-month-old boss man. But back to my story. As far as eating and exercising and weighing myself. So, because it's pretty easy to make a YouTube video with your channel. You can just hit record a little 1 minute. I was thinking for my meals. And I just keep forgetting to do it. I've been meaning to do it. Is to just record even 5 or 10 seconds of my meal. You know, maybe 5 seconds of cooking it and 5 seconds of it sitting on a plate. And then do that for my 2 or 3 meals. Don't eat any snacks. You do not need snacks in between meals. You do not need to. There's no thermogenic benefit to like, I need to keep the fire burning. Like, that's just not true. It doesn't work out that way. Cardio is the biggest waste of time. You need to be doing rigorous weight training and sitting in a sauna. Yeah, weight training in a sauna is great too. But with the stroke, I'm recovering from a stroke, and I'm just a little concerned with my heart pumping at this time. Even calisthenics like push-ups, burpees would be tremendously more productive than being on a fully bike. Yeah, definitely agree with you there. This is like the most mild workout. This is barely different than sitting. Although I am sweating and my legs muscles are moving, and definitely some benefit, especially walking. It's very similar to walking. And when I went from 315 pounds to 240 pounds in 2016, I did it with only walking. I did not do any of the things you're saying. But I actually agree with all them things, like pump and iron is good. But I mean, if you just had a heart attack and you're 75 years old, I would say don't go, you know, pump and iron. Going to give yourself another one. But I'm just in that recovery stage where I'm starting to feel a lot better. Having, you know, even though I had this stroke, I'm feeling like I can push myself harder now. It's been a couple months and I'm down a few pounds. Yeah, those are not that's not the line I want to get in. I don't want to wait in line for that one. I wouldn't do that for $1 million. That would be a no thank you. Like I said, I just can't sell myself out for what we're trying to do here. No, All right. He's probably gone already. Some people just get on the channel just to say something negative, but it's a good thing. It can be all right. Any comment helps the algorithm. Some videos I'll put out, like an hour-long video, and it'll have like 100 comments, and hundreds of reactions and hearts and stars and stickers and gems, and then sometimes do the same thing. Like, yeah, it's today's Monday. Yeah, yesterday I made a live video for like an hour, and it had like 0 viewers. I think one of them was my wife, and there was like 5 other ones. But that's what I said. It's not really the point of like, nobody's getting rich doing this. This is kind of the labor of love. Well, I guess I'll take them last couple comments as positive in certain ways. Like Grant Cardone, he's got the self-help books and big successful books, the 10x rule and stuff like that. And he's like, if you got yourself 10 haters, get yourself 20. And at first I agreed with him, and then I big time didn't agree with him. I'm like, that's not biblical. I'm not trying to get haters. But then I realized he's talking about if they hate you because of your success. He's talking about so apply it to my life. If I lose 40 pounds and they start hating me, and 10 people start hating me, well, then I want to get 10 more to hate me because I want to lose 40 more pounds. So he's like, the point is, you don't let the hatred stop you. You don't let the negative comments stop you. You don't, not even to the point where they don't stop you, they motivate you. David Goggins, I think he's African American. He's pretty light, but I think he's 100% African American. And his haters, as he was coming up, because he was a big fat dude as a teenager too, and lost lost like 100 pounds in 3 months to get into the Navy, and then ended up going to being a Navy SEAL and being on, I think he might have been on DevGru and all kinds of crazy stuff. Yeah, I mean, he's one of the most elite soldiers in the world. I mean, he set the world pull-up record, even though somebody beat it after that. And he's got, like, he's not even very healthy. Like, he has some health issues, but he just keeps pushing. But the point of that is, I'm talking about the negative comments. Like, he started the YouTube channel because there was not very many black people that were Navy SEALs, and so they used him as a recruiter because he was so ripped and fit and did all kinds of marathons and triathlons and stuff like that. So they trained him how to develop, to recruit people, and he did that. Well, then he gets out and he starts a YouTube channel. He starts becoming famous. Well, he had so many haters hating on him, that he would record the messages. Like, he would read the messages and record them, and then listen to them as he was working out. And so that is the way to go. Like, use any negativity as a positive, and don't even get mad about it. It's not even a big deal. When I was 30 years old and somebody cut me off or tailgated me or flipped their headlights, I mean, I would get out at the next stoplight and punch their windows out and try to attack them. Now, people are like driving by me, flipping me off, and I'm assuming there's for some reason, like I don't even know. I'm like clueless now. I just get in my right lane and hit the cruise control nice and slow and relax. I don't even notice if people will be like, I saw you driving home yesterday, and I'm like, didn't see you, man. I'm in my own world just chilling. So let's see, where are we at? Well, how many miles are we at here? I think I passed up 20 already. Let's see. 23 and a half miles. But I think I already had about 5 miles on it, so I went just 18, but this is my record, 23 and a half. I'm going to go to 24, and then we'll stop back there. And so guys, I was going to actually start doing a lot more different workouts, but because of this comment here, it says cardio is the biggest waste of time. You need to be doing rigorous weight training and sitting in a sauna. So I see that as the most positive comment I ever heard. So I'm only going to do cardio, and I'm only going to ride this bike. And I hope Nelson Mandela 343 gets back on here and 3 months, let's say April 1st again, we're gonna buck for April 1st. The year I started this channel, I lost like 36 pounds from January 1st until April 1st. But then I just didn't continue and keep through with it. So this year I'm going to do it again. I'm already started though. And I'm going to get more, I'm going to be less than I weighed before. Well, one, because my starting weight is way less now and I'm way more dedicated. But I'm only going to ride this bike all winter long here, the rest of December, January, February, March, and on April 1st. And so going back to that video recording the breakfast and lunch and dinner and however many meals I have, don't eat any snacks, drink your water, and just take little videos. Take a video of my fried eggs and my beef patty and my drink of water, and take a quick little video riding a bike, and then a quick little video of me on the scale. It could probably be a 30-second short every day, and just just take a 10-second here, 5-second here, 10-second here, 5-second there, and then put them together with your little video editor and make a 30-second short, and just put that out every day. I just went past 24 miles, and I think I'm gonna keep going all the way to 25 miles, because that's gonna be almost exactly an hour of the live feed. And so if you're still with me, guys, thank you so much. Please give me that thumbs up. It's free of charge. Helps the channel, helps the video, helps the algorithm push it out. The YouTube algorithm is a beast, guys. I'm not making any money on YouTube, but the people that are, they know how to manipulate that algorithm in their favor, and I'm gonna get there. What is the video short topic you put out for today? What is the video short topic you put out? Oh, I don't think I put out a short on this channel today. Maybe I will though, but that's what I'm talking about, is to get sometimes I just post shorts of just quick little tips of it's usually when I'm in my car, like letting it warm up, and I'll just make a short video about whatever topic I'm thinking of that helping me motivate me through the day. But since it's so late right now, I don't think I'm going to do it. But I'm going to make a note and set my alarm to do it tomorrow, to just make a short of just everything you do in the day. And if I can do that from at least January, February, and March, I could have a 90 short video series, and maybe even take a picture of myself at the end and do that day, so then you can kind of do that time lapse. Have the 90 short videos, but then also at the end a 90 picture, and just fast track it and watch the 90 days. Today would be just that consistency: eat less, move more, use the habit stacking. Like I said, yesterday I wanted to ride the bike, and it made me remember, like, oh, let me do some Tai Chi first. I did a 15-minute Tai Chi workout. I just have a YouTube channel I watch and follow him. And then I got down and did my stretching, and then I did my balance exercises for the stroke recovery. My therapist tells me, what balance exercises to do. And then I did some push-ups, and then I read the Bible, and then I chugged some water, and I checked all the marks on my calendar. Just to make sure I'm getting it all done and just stacking all them habits up. All right, guys, I'm just about to hit 25 miles. So last thing, please hit the thumbs up again. Hit me that gem on there. Like, share, subscribe. Hit the notification bell to be the next one to see this live video go live again. We're going to get there, guys. We're going to show that you can go from 315 pounds to 170 pounds of ripped, even at 53 years old. Oh, I'm going to stop exactly at 25 miles. My butt's a little sore. Oh! So as always, guys, Jesus loves you. I love you. And I'll catch you in the next video.